Welcome to this week's Weekly Wind-Up with me, Helen Ashcroft. Black History Month, also known as African American History Month in America, is an annual observance in the United States, Canada and the United Kingdom for the remembrance of important people and events in the history of the African diaspora. It is celebrated annually in the United States and Canada in February and in the United Kingdom in October. Well, joining me today is Yvette Marks-Noel, a member of the Black History Steering Group in Kirklees, and she's here to talk about what will actually be happening this October in Kirklees. Hello.
Hello.
Really nice to see you today.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
So tell me, there's a lot of questions that I have, but when did this actually start, this celebration?
Yeah. Well, this celebration was started in Chicago in 1915 by a gentleman called Carter G. Woodson.
Okay. And what made him start it, do you know?
He started it because there wasn't any celebration for black people achievement. He was at the university in Chicago. Black people had many achievements that wasn't recorded. So therefore, black people had nothing to be proud of. So we called like a day in the year that we can actually celebrate a day for us. So this is how it actually came across.
Right, so it obviously started in Canada, as we've just said.
Yes.
And now it's
No,
over.
it started in Chicago.
In Chicago,
yeah,
sorry.
summer 1915.
Right,
Yeah.
and now it's over here.
Yes.
So you're involved in a steering group. So tell me a little bit more about how you got involved and what's involved in it.
Yeah. Well, Black History, about 3 years ago, there was a memo that went out about Black History Month.
Okay.
And there wasn't very much thing that was actually happening in Kirklees for Black History to celebrate Black History Month. And the council actually sent this memo out for people who felt that they could contribute if we could come together, and form a group, and every year we can do something together to celebrate Black History Month.
Okay.
At the time, I was volunteering in the community, and this is how I got to hear about it. And I went along to this meeting, and it was a lot of people that was at this meeting, and everyone had something to contribute. Yeah. And we formed a steering group. And at the time, we had about 15 members that came on the group, but we also had different community groups also, and we had representations from these community groups.
So when you say community groups, is it throughout the whole of Kirklees? Or?
Yeah, throughout Kirklees and neighbouring groups that wanted to be involved and wanted to celebrate Black history and put something out. So some people in business establishment may do an event for the day, just to bring the awareness. With the steering group, we formed different teams, and many of us volunteered our service to go out into the schools and spread the word.
Right, so the way that it's celebrated in Kirklees then, you've just touched on that and said about going into schools.
Yes.
Is that throughout all schools in Kirklees?
It isn't, unfortunately, because not all the schools wanting to take part. I think some of them, they talk about the curriculum, and it's not a part of the curriculum. Okay. And the teachers are struggling for time to actually contribute. If it became a part of the curriculum, then obviously we could involve and support more. But some areas where there are a vast amount of children from the ethnic minority, the teachers do tend to come on board, and they will ring us up and ask for support. If someone could come out and support them in the Black history.
Okay, so what sort of things? Because I want to go on to other things that happen other than in schools, but just to finish off with the schools part, what do they do? When you're saying they celebrate, what do they actually do?
Well, sometimes it's just like Caribbean or African food that is brought in. Ooh. Yeah, and the children love that. We may do cooking class together, and we may bring different food within the community and introduce people to different foods, have a tasting session, and the children can taste. the teachers can taste,
Yeah.
and they can put a name to some of the culture that we have.
I think I might be asking you which schools, because I must admit I love Caribbean food. I absolutely love it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was saying that I'd been out for a meal last night, hadn't I, and loved the food.
Yeah.
So that's the schools. What else do you do to celebrate?
We also, the steering group come together. We meet once a month. We have a location office in the town hall that we used to meet once a month, but now it's
Is that Huddersfield Town
in
Hall?
Huddersfield,
Right.
yes, Huddersfield Town Hall. Now we seem to be using different location because of the new refurbishment of the
Yes.
town hall. So we email and let people know where we will be meeting,
Okay.
and we come together with our ideas. And one of the main purpose that we've done is actually to produce a Black History brochure.
Can I have a look?
Yes, you can, yes. And that's for this year. It's only just come out. And in the brochure, we choose a subject
Right.
for that year.
Yes.
And this year, we're actually basing it on astrology, African astrology.
Okay.
And it's interesting, really, to see how different African astrology is to the Western astrology.
Yes.
And so it's things to learn about. You know, the leaflet always has a lot to learn.
Yes.
And if you get to the center page of the leaflet,
Yes.
it gives you the dates of all the events that we will be having in Kirklees this year. It tells you where they're going to be, if there are any charges, and who to contact.
I like this.
Yes.
Because it's very, very easy to use. So anybody that's a little bit unsure of what's involved, or even down to the charges, it's all explained.
it's
So
all
where
there.
do people get these leaflets from?
Well, these are in all the libraries
Okay.
in Kirklees. It's in all council buildings.
Right.
We try to distribute it to schools and also to the youth clubs. So we try to put it in areas where, in all the food shops and stuff that are around, so that
Yeah.
people in the area, once they go to any of these establishments, may be able to just pick up one.
And anybody can go?
Anyone can go.
So anybody from any community can attend these without any problem
Everyone
whatsoever?
are invited. We are in a multicultural environment at the moment. And so we all won, and we are just proud to celebrate, our heritage, and also to inform the community, and
Yes.
to give the children hope.
Yeah. So, just one final point. If anybody is interested in becoming part of the steering group, they've got some good ideas and they'd love to share
Yes.
them, how do they get involved in that?
They can, with the leaflets that we have, they can either ring Kirklees Council and ask about the Black History Steering Group. There is a
Okay.
representative that will inform them as to any information that they require.
Yeah.
And also they can pick up these brochures that we have out for this year, and they will find all the information on there also.
That's brilliant.
Okay.
Yvette, it's been really interesting talking to you, and I have to say, I will be going and having a look at this,
Well, I
because
hope
it
so,
really
to
is
see you.
interesting.
Yes.
So thank you ever so much.
Thank you very much for
Lovely
having
to
me.
talk to
Okay.
you. Remember, Kirklees Local TV can be contacted via email or on Facebook or Twitter. I'm Helen Ashcroft. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and thank you ever so much to everybody behind the scenes who's made this show possible. Goodbye.